the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Thursday, May the 7th. We're getting ready for a great sports betting day with 2 games in the NBA, more conference semifinals, also NHL, 1 game, Flyers and Hurricanes, as they shift to Philadelphia for game number 3 here tonight. And it is Thursday, getaway day. So Major League Baseball split card. We got day games, we got night games, we got 10 games today, including a write-in game. If you remember that rain out, we got the Mets and the Rockies. Write that one in if you don't know about it already. They got a game today and got some night games as well. Thank you for joining me here on the show. We're not going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a good time today as we get ready for the games. We'll recap a little bit from yesterday, see if we had some winners here on the show. Then we'll get rolling with the previews here today. I'm watching some tennis action here from, it's a hot day, a good day here at our action from the Italian Open. I mean, as far as good matches and excitement early on still here, so a long way to go, but playing on the clay here after it got rain there a little bit yesterday, but brought home some winners here already today. Hopefully you're hooked up with me over at winnable.com/Ramon. I have a couple of, I have 5 plays on the men's side and 5 plays on the ladies side. If you're subscribed to me with over there at winnable.com/Ramon, we have already had some matches coming up as well. So if you're looking for some plays, you want to get involved, follow me over at winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. And those plays are ready to go here right now. If you're ready, I'm ready. I've already put those plays. Some of them have already gone off. Some of them are in progress, and some of them are still to come. But I give you enough updates, just 41 cents a day to get more plays from me here at winnable.com. Hopefully going to bring you some winners here on the show in a little bit, just like we did hopefully yesterday. How did you folks do with the games on Wednesday? We'll recap here right now. But, hey, if you don't want to subscribe, whoops, that was me. I was hitting my own video. If you didn't want to subscribe, you can win 1 month of plays from me here just by commenting in the chat. Be a member of the chat all-stars and make picks with me here on the show. I'm going to give you my best picks here, but you can just say hello. You can make a pick in the chat. You can throw in some stats in there, whatever the case may be. You might get in the drawing here at the end of the show for 1 month of plays over at winnable.com. All right. Let me talk about some of the action from yesterday. I know we had some good picks, but and not all of them were great. You know, after all, I was for some reason on the Sixers there. Well, I say it like that. They actually covered the spread, right? Here I was on my play. I guess we did have it right. Here's the thing, though, with the game yesterday. We know that once Embiid was ruled out, the game did move from 6.5 to 10.5. Now it's easy for me to sit here and say, hey, I was once Embiid was ruled out, you know, we're going to come in again on Philly once the line moved, or the Knicks. I kind of thought it was okay, and I think people were saying it too, as far as Philly looked a little bit better once again without Embiid. But, you know, we know the overall stat, right, that they just don't get it done without him in the lineup as the Knicks grabbed that 2-0 series lead with a 108-102 victory. But all the numbers got there for the Sixers. The line moved from 7.5 all the way up to 10.5, but the Knicks didn't cover either number. The total also dipped a point from 215 to 14.5, and it did go under there yesterday. Hopefully you checked out my Cover the Spread show with some of my top plays every day. Those are available over at winnable.com. By the way, just sign up for the free picks over there with me, and every day I deliver my video with 3 of my top plays, and also I deliver a little 2-teamer in there. You don't have to play them as a parlay, but you get 5 extra plays from me when you subscribe over at winnable.com/Ramon, and follow me at Cover the Spread, my show here on YouTube, when I give you some extra picks every day, some good picks, some of my strongest picks every day on that show. So please check it out. You would have had the winner there with the under with Philadelphia there with Embiid scratch. Somehow it still went under, right? Only 31 points were scored in the fourth quarter. So that's what I kind of meant. Did I get lucky? I don't know. We had the play there, and that's just how it worked out. Remember when we were on the air and the steam came in on the over, and I was kind of flabbergasted there a little bit? Well, maybe got lucky there, got the win there in that one. Karl Anthony Towns, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Point Towns in full effect. Their Cat's assist prop has been bumped from 3.5 to 4.5 in the playoffs. It's still cashing a plus money. He had 5 assists in 14 minutes, 6 assists in the first 13 minutes of game 1 in this series as well. Jalen Brunson, 26 points on 9 of 21 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3-point range. And, Philly, the ball moved more without Embiid. Maxey took over the first half, and they got to the line at a little bit higher rate as well. They were still only up 1 at halftime. The Knicks are clearly the best team there. We'll talk about that game on Friday with game number 3. But it was also Minnesota over San Antonio, of course, over Minnesota, 133-95. As I had the under here on the show yesterday, that was never going to happen. The way the Spurs crushed, that was peak Spurs. They demolished Minnesota to even the series. Minnesota still will have the home ice, home court, whatever it is. Spurs took a 24-17 lead in the first break, despite both teams were shooting terribly, and I thought I was looking good with that under there so far. So was San Antonio crushing, and I did lose my total there yesterday. If you did this postseason here, 2 more games today. We'll talk about those tonight with OKC and the Lakers, game number 2, and the Pistons and the Cavaliers in game number 2 as well. So we'll preview those games. Also, Stanley Cup action last night with, how about the Buffalo Sabres? I was on Montreal here on the show yesterday, but man, Buffalo takes game 1, and it goes over in a 6-2 victory there for the Sabres. Impressive there in that one to crush. Hey, hopefully you're with me at winnable.com. Sent my premium pick out yesterday on the over in that game. That was my premium selection over at winnable.com. But I did have Montreal here because maybe I'm rooting for them. I do love what Buffalo's doing too. Really great. Hopefully it'll be a great series. It does feel like it's going to be, but I'll tell you what. There's no doubt that in game number 1 there, the Sabres look strong there with the 4-2, of course, was the score there. Buffalo landed right on 6. So actually, I gave it out at 6, but most of the lines were 5.5 over 25. If you're on 625, then maybe it was a push. And so my apologies there, but we'll try to get you the best pick here today with our 2 games. Also late night, it was the Ducks 3-1 over the Golden Knights. Hopefully you catch me every day on the show, the drive-through show over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. And over there, I did give out the Ducks yesterday as my play on that show. Here on the show yesterday on the Morning Steam, we did have the under as Anaheim even the series, and 3-1 victory aided by the empty netter in there. So series now is a coin flip. Game 3 in Anaheim tomorrow with Vegas, and Game 2 in Buffalo tomorrow with the Sabres $1.35, 5.5 over 25. The Anaheim game there, Vegas $1.15 there. on the road in a toss-up and switch that momentum a little bit. Anaheim, how about it there yesterday? All right, tonight it'll be Hurricanes and Flyers, and we'll talk about that one as well here on the Morning Steam. And let me say hello to the folks starting to stroll in here and getting started with those markets. Boom, just like that. Looks like it'll be a big day here. You never know. Off to a hot start here so far. Maybe up a 0.5%. Let's see who's here and ready to go. As we have the chat going, Andrew K was first today. And Andrew K also, he says that we're going to go me, Andrew, Tony Brothers, we're going to go hang out and do some karaoke here after the game. There, okay, let's see here. Cash Kane is here as well. Andrew K says Maxie's looking tired out there, getting stressed out a little bit, and doesn't want it to go long with these guys. Sixers would have won if they would have saved Embiid for game 2. And what's the status of OG moving forward here? Gotta have an OG. Nuke is here. Good morning to Nuke. There also, let's see who else is rolling in here. Going to recap the baseball here real quick as well. There's Nick. He's got the blue Sabre. Look at that logo. Oh, look at the Sabres logo right there. Great job by the guys last night. Hopefully you're following our companion streams every weeknight here with, mostly we've got Dylon, we've got Nick, but gave those guys a day off, and the other guys stepped up as well. Want to thank Gorky the other day for I left Gorky off the other day when I was saying they got on the air there with the Razor, and also Ixniz was clutch also. So man, the vibe here on the new Sports Money Network, can you believe it? I mean, the way these shows are going right now, it's so exciting. The merger here we're only the first week in, and already rave reviews. I hear some other of our sports commentating friends talking about the new Sports Money Network, the 11,000, the 16. I got to get it right. Remember, I was telling Razor there in the chat the other day. I was sending the 16,000 subscriber powerhouse here, the new Sports Money Network. All right, Ron Borkwin's here today. M the Great. There's Razor. I told you, Razor. 16,000 subscriber powerhouse. Oh my gosh, look who's here, everybody. Oh man, I can't believe Louis Eisenhower is here. Man, so good to see him as always. Hey everyone, like this video and subscribe to our channel Sports Money here on YouTube. The 16,000 subscribe. I got some other sayings in there too. I can't go using the same one I was saying on the air, having some fun with the guys, making up some new names for our channel the other day. In the chat, I'll be joining those guys. If they run out of guys, I'll be there. But come on, I gotta rest sometime. Andrew K as well. We said that. What else is going on here? Let me make sure we get these in here. Robert Bobby Mack is here. Let me cover the golf. See, it's unfair for Robert. He comes in, and I always think about but I did have McIntyre. Well, let me see what I got. Let me see if I can bring up my golf here. They're just underway here. Well, within the last hour or so. So let me show my golf plays. You could have got these over at winnable.com already. So, not just flashing them up here even after the tournament has already started. But let me see if I can't get these up here, and at least in a position where we can see them here. Let me go to this old screen here, at least for now, and take a look here. There we go. Here comes my golf for today. Let me see if I can bring it up and make it look fine. Whoops. There we go. This week, can you see it? There we go. That's good. Okay, so guess who I'm going with this week? Fitz here. There's Bobby Mack. I always got Bobby Mack on this list right now. He's in my top 10 finishers right there. But Matthew Fitzpatrick, again, you don't have to play him outright to win. You can play him top 10, top 20 if you want to sprinkle it down a little bit. But he's my top play here this week for the Truist Championship. There's two events, actually, but this is a signature event, and they're already underway in the Myrtle Beach Classic where the other guys are playing. But we're going to roll with the PGA here this week, and I think the start time, they have not teed off yet. No one's teed off yet. Maybe it's been pushed back, actually, here. I thought they were going to tee off at 8 Eastern, but now it looks like 11 Eastern. I don't know if there's actually been so the tournament has not started. Why not roll with me? Here are my picks right here. These are my top value picks, if you will. Not going here with the favorite here this week. Look, you can if you want. You got this week atop the board here for the Truist. Rory 6-1, Xander 9-1, Cam Young 10-1, Ludwig Berg 14-1, followed by Fitzpatrick is my play here this week. Matsuyama and McIntyre, I've got them plus 250 for a top 10 finish. Three guys there for my top 20s for Kitayama, Smalley, and Noren. A couple of Alexes in there. And my top 30 guys in here, a little bit of even money or a little bit plus money action with Matt Wallace and Austin Smotherman. So those are my picks for the Truist Championships at Quail Hollow here this week, a signature event on the PGA Tour. Means we have a limited field, this week, and then the rest of the guys are playing out at Myrtle Beach right now. Since we have a leaderboard with them, have a look at Myrtle Beach. It's I don't want to say a second tier, but if you're not invited here, if you don't make the Truist, you're out at Myrtle Beach. Martin Laird leads at the 6 under par here through 9. They're going low, of course. Aaron Ray up there, Baziden Hutt as well. There is part of the leaderboard right now at the Myrtle Beach event. But here we got the Truist Championships here this week. Okay. So if you want to see this, you can make sure you subscribe over at winnable.com. If you didn't write these down, or if you didn't want to follow my play, or you just want to follow the plays, sign up for free, my free plays. I've got a subscription pack. It's 41 cents a day when you subscribe over at winnable.com, but I also have free picks. Usually, the subscriber picks, you get 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 updates in different sports today, like the tennis, the golf, but the golf is on the free selections, and I send usually 1, 2, 3 packages out a day with some of the free picks out there. And with the free picks, you get things like some of the Aussie sports overnight, footy, rugby, if you will, and some others. So please subscribe over at winnable.com, okay? And let's keep it going. Say hello, and I'm going to still do the baseball, and then we're going to get going here with our plays and the previews. I want to hear from you guys. Oh man, I love the new Sports Money Network with all the comments in here. It's just great. And great to see Lewis Eisenhower, by the way. I know he probably watches some, doesn't get a chance to say hi all the time. I think that's it. Ron says he's surprised that game stayed under, right? Yeah, well, yeah. Nuke talking about our Thursday fixtures here today. We got some soccer action going on. Europa League goes today with Forest and Villa, says Nuke. All right. And let's see. Well, there he is. Grab his duck and oh boy. This is the one, right? Robert said that maybe they weren't going to be going with their best last weekend and focusing more on this game. So that's good insight if you're looking there. I mean, obviously Forest underdog to Villa here today. So action in Europa League going today. And our early baseball card, don't forget the guys will be here today at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with our Bases Loaded show. Mikey Money and Sharky going to preview the games today. We'll see what their conglomerate plays are there a little bit. So always great show with those guys. And Ron was on Montreal. So was I. All right, Razor saying Flyers maybe tonight here. And what else is going on? Well, they're already on the. We don't need me to preview. I'll just. Oh, let me get rid of the. Let me fix the banner here. We got. Go back to. Oh. Go back to Sports Moneyland here. Ooh, hello. I know Razor always. Go to the solo shot here. I'm still getting used to our new. The controls are the same, but the order's a little. My control panel's a little different, if you know what I mean. All right, here, let's see. Ron's on the Flyers tonight as well. Man, you guys are already doing the show. DeGao is there, always having him over from the Kick Crew. And Steve Leftarian as well. Terrell says the Sixers seem to thrive, but they still don't win without him, right? But they got the money. What's more important? Or I don't know. I guess Sixers were still tired, right? Maybe it was still too much here, and now they can get a little bit more rest here. Maybe they could close the gap at home a little bit. AOD is here today as well. There it is. Bases loaded. Make sure you join the guys. And, man, this is a full day of card here. Don't forget. I mean, we got other action as well, racing with Razor. I don't know what I saw yesterday. They had a great show yesterday in the daytime with the Tampa Bay game. I was hanging out in there actually before I took my morning rest there a little bit, but was watching with those guys. My afternoon rest, I guess, when it was all said and done, trying to watch the Padre game, and Padres are doing the job, so I fell asleep. Finally fell asleep there. All right, everyone's here. Pops is here. Man, let me talk baseball real quick, then we'll start the show. We did have some winners here on the morning steam yesterday, and we had some good results in good games, right? Including Milwaukee and St. Louis there yesterday. The Brewers won. Aaron Ashby 6-0. How come Aaron Ashby? Why is Sproat in the rotation? We could get Aaron Ashby in there, a guy with some experience. Come on, what are we doing here? 6-0 for Milwaukee. Is that right? Aaron Ashby, why isn't he in there? J-Rod hit a home run. Seattle and Atlanta there yesterday. Seattle got the win. Can't speak for too much on the winning side there, but that Tampa Bay game over Toronto yesterday, with the win, we had the under here on the show as Tampa Bay got the win behind McClanahan. 5 innings, no runs, and Tampa looked good in that game. We'll see how it works out. They're going on the road here today. Phillies and to beat the A's. Adolis Garcia was a sure thing to hit a home run yesterday, wasn't he? He hit one. Phillies beat the A's. They came from behind to get the win, 6-3 there, and the Phillies over the Athletics there trailed most of the way until they go 4 runs there in the bottom of the 8th inning, get the win and the run line cover for the Phillies. Pete Alonso 3-run home run. Orioles beat the Marlins 7-3. Had a winner on cover the spread with the over there in that one. Red Sox over the Tigers yesterday. Got that win. A couple of errors on couple of runs on some errors in that one, right? Twins lost to Washington 15-something or other as Washington pummeled. The winner scored a bunch of runs for the second straight game. Did have a premium on the over there in that one over at winnable.com as the Twins and the Nationals did go over. C.J. Abrams, grand slam, and the Nats had 10 extra base hits. That offense still gets it done against maybe some weaker pitching there, Bailey Ober. But Mikolas, hey, watch out. All right. Yankees lose to Texas. Corey Seager had a nice performance there. Still, Yankees a great record right now, but Rangers got the win. That Steam came in on the Rangers, right? Once it looked like the Yankees were going to be a little bit compromised there, maybe in the bullpen, even with Will Warren. The money came in there on the Rangers, and they did get the win. The steam was true. Also, Cubs over the Reds. Ian Happ 2-run home run, and the Cubs come back to win in a walk-off fashion in the 10th inning there. But we did have the Reds on the run line for our winner here on. Let's see. I had the under on the show here yesterday. Cleveland over the Royals. Chase DeLauder 2-run single. There in that one. Also, Mets defeat the Rockies. Juan Soto home run and that 10-run outburst, and Mets get it done there on the road. So, and when they find somebody that can beat, they can beat them up. Even we had them on the run line here on the show yesterday, and the Pirates beat the Bucks. The Pirates beat Arizona 1-0, and we had the under on the morning steam. How about that? 1-0, and that was a pretty good call. If you got it 1-0. Also, a couple more. My Padres, don't forget. Padres beat the Giants 5-1. Like I said, I had the over in that game, but the Padres got the win. Ty France, two-run triple, Xander Bogaerts, two-run home run, and Gavin Sheets, a home run. Matt Waldron had his best performance of the year. He did not start. Rodriguez ended up being the starter on the air. We were talking about Waldron starting, but they had Rodriguez open. Waldron came in. Maybe he needs an opener because he went 5 innings, gave up 1 run and 7 Ks in that one. Also, Lucas Giolito, first rehab start for San Antonio. Maybe the Padres trying to get him here in a hurry, but he gave up 5 runs, 8 hits, and a home run in just 4 innings. Threw 3 shutout innings, but got lit by the time the 4th inning came. So probably another start maybe for Giolito before he comes up there as well. Dodgers 12-2. Andy Pages, 3 home runs, 2-run home run, 3-run home run, solo home run. Pages. Dodgers scored 3 runs on 3 wild pitches. Glasnow was pulled with lower back spasms, and he's headed to an MRI. And could be bad news there for the Dodgers there in that one. Blake Snell is going to throw a 4th rehab start in Class A ball on Saturday. He'll be ready to go here shortly. And also, it was the Angels over the White Sox 8-2. Travis d'Arnaud 3-run home run, and it was the Angels that scored 3 runs on 3. I'm trying to remember now. My sheet's a mess already. So, okay, let's do it. Let's get ready for the show and get everyone rolling in. I think we're ready to go for the previews here today, and we're going to start in the NBA. Mike Ron says that was a great game there with the St. Louis game, and that was great broadcast by those guys there covering that Tampa Bay game yesterday. I think on Wednesdays they said it's going to be more sports centric because the Wednesday racing card might not be as hot right now here. And we did see that other news there yesterday, right? Speaking of which, we got Razor in here. A little bit of a bummer here. Look, I mean, I know it's hard enough to try to get these racing owners to race their horses in the Triple Crown races because, hey, there's more money in just putting your horse up for a stud where 1 ounce of their, jizz is worth more money than I'll ever have in my life. But they're going to basically here not run. It was announced there by Sherry DeVoe yesterday that Golden Tempo will not run in the Preakness Stakes. There, the Preakness Stakes, the shortest of the 3 races. It's at 1 mile and 3/8. It might be changed. The distance might be different here right now because of the Pimlico reconstruction. Nonetheless, they're not going to run the short race. Will they run in the Belmont, right? Belmont, the unfair test of equine athletes at 1.5 miles. But, like I said, they've been running that one at Aqueduct here for a couple of years while they fix up Belmont. But, okay, let's see what else. McClanahan was lights out. You guys are hot in the chat, and I'm ready to go. All right, Gas is here as well. Gas, great job with Gas, Gilly on the weekends with the horse racing as well. So, no real take there from me on that with Golden Tempo. It just sucks because I think as fans, we want to see the horses at least go to the next event. It's they're not going to get hurt anymore. There's no Giacomo. That was a once in a lifetime occurrence here. You rarely see, a debilitating injury. Yeah, they might get beat. They might, have their last ride. Those are such incredible races. It really does take a lot out of the horses. And, to come back in short time, I don't know what they can do if they want to fix the Triple Crown there. Yeah, thanks, Gas, right? Is that what they're racing it at there now for the until the time being. So yeah, you're right. No, hey, you're right, Razor. No doubt about it. But as fans, that's not what we want, right? I mean, it's selfish, okay. And if you do that, I mean, granted, they're gonna get the money, but you won one race. Are they really? You got to look deep. And I know, hey, you're bred in Kentucky. You're probably gonna, sire some champions or something, right? That's why, I was on uh, Go Happy because I love the Run Happy family. But even though they were sprinters, I should have known better. Okay, let's get going here. NBA ready to go. Cavaliers and Pistons tonight here. Oh, let me toss yesterday aside. Cavs and Pistons here in this one, and we've got game number 2 here with Detroit at home, laying 3, maybe even 3.5 right now. As we check out things, how things are going here. Yeah, 3.5 here. I might move it to 3.5. I think I'm going to move it up to 3.5. It's 3. It's 3.5. You can get whichever one you need here, but since maybe you can get a clue there as maybe which side I'm going to be on here, but maybe I'll be looking at the total. Anyways, here Detroit. Hey, Cavaliers can't win on the road. Case closed. I mean, I don't know what way you want to look at it here, but Cleveland, whatever reason here, they're able to get their wins at home right now and just not picking up these wins on the road right now. And they were 17-24 against spread on the road this season. Now, Detroit wasn't gangbusters at home right now, but they're looking good with a little 4-game winning streak in here after sweeping those not sweep, but won those last 3 games against Orlando, then came in and beat Cleveland in that first game, 111-101. Now, if you were here with me on the show, I didn't get it exactly right, but I did say it'd be, I think I said 110-102. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Probably not going to go back and look it up, and I didn't have it write it down. I was kind of going off the cuff, but I was incorporating my stance on the side and total, and said I think it's going to be 110-102. I might have said 112-102, whatever it was. I was 1 point off on each score, so I know what's going on this series, and I'm going to probably go under in this one between Cleveland and Detroit. Now, Cleveland is a bit of an over team on the road right now, 23-17, but hey, we're here in the playoffs, and that's probably the direction I'm going to look here, is going with the under. Cleveland turned it over 20 times in game number 1. Harden had 7 by himself. Pistons scored 31 points off of turnovers. Donovan Mitchell has not cracked 25 points now in 6 straight games. So Mitchell is due, but you got to get Harden to play better. Maybe my man Mobley should play. He's not an impactful player, but he definitely can change the complexion of a game with his rim protection as well. And he's got a deft touch, but he's a generous player too that sometimes kicks it out. Cleveland should be right there in this one, but I think in the end it might be enough for Detroit again to get a win, just because Cleveland not showing up on the road really. Detroit's 2 regular season wins over Cleveland came by 3 and 4 points. So Cleveland knows what they have to do, but can they execute? Only 5 underdogs in the entire playoffs have lost but covered. Strangely enough, outright winners have been covering at a massive rate. If you like the Cavs on the points, you should take them on the money line, but I don't know if I do here in this one. Until the Cavs show they can win on the road, I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to take the under here, I think, as my official play on the show here. And let me go to the chat. You guys get ready. Make your picks here. Let me know what's going to happen here. I'm just one man's opinion. And my pick on the show here is going to be on the under in this one. Let me hear from you in the chat on this matchup between Cleveland and Detroit. Cavs and Pistons here have gone under in 14 of their last 17 meetings against one another at Detroit. This series is 7-2 to the under in their last 9. Detroit, as a small favorite, 4.5 points or less, 10-20 to the under this season. Competitive game ones, follow up. It's kind of a system, competitive game ones here in the NBA playoffs over the last several years in all rounds. Point under, trend under anyway. Cleveland has gone over in 8 of their last 12, but I think I'm going to outweigh that with the head-to-head and the playoff situational trends. I think is the way that I'm feeling a bit that way. Like I said, Detroit 4-1 straight up last 5, 8-1 straight up last 9 at home. Also, Cleveland only 15-34 against the spread this season against winning teams. So small game 2 home favorites have been strong against the spread all rounds over the last several years, kind of pretty much out of the pandemic here. That's been kind of a strong trend. But the concern is Cleveland has won 14 of the last 18 games against these Pistons, and number 1 seeds off of same series wins have been poor against the spread. That would be Detroit. Still, Detroit has a better current form, and I think the better trends, but give me the under. Let's go to the chat. Thank you for being here on the Morning Steam Show. AOD is here. Do we need to go any further? Kane says Cavs on the money line. And, oh, man, I might have missed that. Darn it. Was Razor talking about the or was he talking about the racing in general with the Wednesday card, too? Cleveland, okay, Razor says Cleveland 2-10. ATS on the road. Also Cleveland here. There's that 14-4 mark we talked about, and the under as well in this series. Wow. I want to say hello and welcome. I know it's part of Team Kick over here, but if I don't say Exploding Beef on this show, I might never get a chance again. And he said, get that bag. So we know that Exploding Beef ain't no AI, okay? This man is... I think I like Exploding Beef. I'm not sure. Pops likes the over here. Robert here is on the Cavs plus the points. There's AOD. Need we say more? He's happy today. Detroit over in the first quarter. Terrell. All right, Ron, got to go Pistons here. And that's it. That's just what I feel like in this game. I thought maybe everyone'd still be. I know Cleveland's probably going to get some support here still. AOD says, I hope Mitchell doesn't go up. It's Smarty Jones. That was a great horse, man. That was like the heyday. It feels like, to me, the heyday was when I was a kid, 1977, when you had Seattle Slew in 1977, you had the great rivalry with Affirmed and Aladar there with Steve Cawthon in the irons. All right, that's it for that one. I think the chat has got their plays in, and I'll take the under as my official morning steam play in Cleveland and Detroit. Next up. All right, the Lakers are going to take on the Thunder, of course, in game number 2. And, I probably looked pretty bad trying to make excuses for the Lakers the other day when I was on them and said, well, you know what? They were getting 15 and they only lost by 18, so they almost covered. They didn't really almost cover. That was just me hoping that they would cover, and I went with them because I can't stand it. I got to go take 18 points. But I don't know if I'm going to do that today. I might be switching here a little bit. Just look, maybe the Lakers. Look, here's a deal with Luka, right? Okay, so I was way off base saying, hey, wow, Luka came back early from Switzerland. He's going to play in the first series. That was a joke. But then the Lakers said, well, he might play in game 3. They might play in game 5. Well, we're already in game 2 of the second series and no sign of Luka. And now we've learned Luca was told of his timetable for this injury and really may have been either the Lakers or you know how it is. I mean, we just have not gotten good information from the Lakers at all, kind of covering up in this series. But the word is that, maybe Luca was told 5 weeks and we're really only in week number 3. So, could we see it even go longer? Now, it feels like game 5 is going to be the game here, but you got to get there first. If you go out 4-0, you ain't going to get to game 5. Now, could it be game 3? I don't even know if it could be, uh, game 3 here right now, actually, at this point. But we'll see when they return home. This is just game number 2. So you're going to have LeBron and company. And I would say, and now I'm officially thinking that OKC here is probably good to go, at least in these first 2 games, and maybe they'll get this blowout again. But I'm going to move to a total again since the spread is 15, and
final.
Anybody can pick it, or can they? Maybe you should be picking a 15-point spread. Anyways, I'm probably going to look to the total, mostly because I think that now my pick is going to be on the over, but I think the Thunder come out storming here in the first quarter. I think the total is going to be taken care of by their performance in the first half. I think this is a game we're going to see the Thunder rack up a big first half number, and we've seen some of these blowouts anyway, even last night. Some of the teams that, might be on the short end, teams that maybe, were not in the top tier of the teams. Remember, kind of what I was saying about NBA teams and teams that are trying to win the championship. And you have to be a top 3 seed in order to win the championship. And the teams that are getting blown out in some of these games are the teams that are 4 seeds or higher. Possibly here, like the Lakers there a little bit, okay? Like the Sixers there. So they are not top 3s. Even Cleveland, not a top 3. So we'll see, but I'm going to end up on the over here. And if you want to take over, I don't do derivatives with the first half betting on many of the shows that I do, rarely, but I think this one goes crazy in the first half with the, we could see the Thunder rack up the big number in the first half. Could they get 65 more? Could they really put, I think they will. I think that they'll really jump out. Whether or not the Lakers can come back and backdoor them, I don't think so. It does seem like the Lakers would be a team where if they get too far behind, you got to rest them up a little bit. You got to get back home and try to grab those home games here if you lose tonight. So, still a Lakers fan, want to root for them here. I think after seeing the last game, I give up, at least for the first 2 games here in OKC. I'll take the over, though, as my official play at 210.5 here. And you know what? It's 211. It's 212 at some, but I think they're starting to feel it the way I am. I'm showing one square book offshore here is already up to 212. So maybe it is, maybe the sharps are seeing it the same way I am. Maybe the public is. But we're definitely seeing a little bit of move to the over this morning. That 212 is about as high as you've got out there right now. Mostly 211s. There's even some still 210.5 right now. But like I said, the biggest offshore clearinghouse book, if you know what I mean, the biggest square book of them all is at 212. So since I'm going over, I'll put 212 up there, give you a little bit of breathing room. But if you want to take that first tab, that might be the way to go, because I think they storm to the front, kind of like my horse tried to do there on Saturday. You need the horse. Here's the other thing I'll say about Golden Tempo. Okay, in my opinion, the elite runners of all time at the Kentucky Derby race mostly towards or on the lead. If you're coming from behind in the Kentucky Derby, you're probably not going to be able to take down those other races there, especially the Belmont. But maybe, I guess what I would say is, if you're not racing Golden Tempo in the Belmont, in the Preakness, are you racing Golden Tempo in the Belmont, or is it just over with? Or a Breeders' Cup race? Is there more racing left? or are you going for the for the you know what, the breeding? Okay, we got the plays coming in here from the chat. Cigar could roll with the best of them. Cash Kane here, Lakers first half. Steve Leftarian says Lakers plus here. Oh, I'm glad someone's taking the Lakers. I hope they do. You know, uh, maybe I just got burned last game and I don't want to do it again. First half and over for Ron Borquin. And can Reeves have a bounce back game a little bit? Pops likes the Lakers team total over, which is a little bit, I'd say, contrarian to what I've seen a little bit there. A lot of people were saying, well, let's take them under their team total. I'm glad that Pops is on the over a little bit too with the team total there, because I'm going to need the Lakers to score as well. Sunday silence and easy goer. What a rivalry, huh? Okay, is that it? Nothing, not much from the chat as far as plays are concerned. I think since we moved to the new Sports Money Network, we've kind of forgot the theme of the show. But maybe it's just, hey, what does Ramon think? All right. There's Ryan. Hey, there's Ryan Ryan Mueller. I hope I got it right, brother. I know you're very popular here on the network, on the network chat room.
Final.
So good to see you there. And Paolini just wrapped up her match, but it took 3 sets to beat Jean Jean. I once met a girl named Jean Jean. And Paolini advances, but it did take 3 sets. She lost the first set 7-6 there.
Critical notice.
All right, yeah, 15 is a lot, but that's what I thought last game. And, you know, I guess I was just a little bit embarrassed, and I don't want to go back to the well. Robert's going under, though, here. All right, me and Robert. We're on tune on the totals, but maybe, you know, I guess there's one thought process behind it here that what is it, if the Lakers get left behind? Let me cover just a little more and see if we got any more chat here real quick. Lakers, OKC 7-1 straight up against the spread since the Lakers dating back to last season. Lakers are 0-6 against the spread in the last 6, of course, against them. OKC's won 15 of their last 16 at home and 5 straight overall. When you got these teams right now, the OKC, the home rest, especially for the Thunder, is pretty strong. Yes, double-digit playoff favorites are always risky, and the streaking teams laying double digits have been historically poor. This is a very solid trend here. If you want to take the Lakers, you're on the right side of the long-term playoff trend when it comes to the streaking team laying double digits. They usually don't get it in game number 2. Actually, but I'm not. I'm going to mess with the total here, obviously, like I said. Now, the Lakers have been pretty hard under here of late, but I just think down here at 210 now against a team like Oklahoma City that certainly, yes, the defense is there, but yes, they do score some points. Think about the Phoenix series there. They just kept going up and up and up every game. Remember, they got 119, they got 120, they got 121, they got 131. So, all right, I'm going with the over. All right. And thank you to Hot's Mixed. All right, I'm a hot mess. That's it for the NBA. Let's move to the puck here right now. Hopefully you'll have some picks with me here on the ice for our one game tonight with the Carolina Hurricanes on the road, taking their 2-0 lead here into the Matt. What is going on with the graphic here? Matt Flyers? Fire the graphics guy. All right. Oops, the total's wrong there. Just a little typo there on that for sure. It's 5.5 under 40. I think it's pretty universal here right now as far as this total is concerned right now at 5.5 under 40. And Carolina, about $1.60, maybe $1.65 here at some of the books right now. And, well, you're up 2-0, so, looking pretty strong here. But got to try to give Philly a chance somewhere. This Carolina team looks dominant for sure, but Philadelphia got some losses here. Not only in these two games, but remember they had kind of lost a couple back to Pittsburgh, and they weren't looking that great. Now, it was overtime in that last game at Carolina, so Philly can play them. They can play them. They remember they led 2-1 there most of the game. Yeah, Carolina got the goal. I think at $1.60, I'm willing to take the Flyers one time. This might be the only time I do it in the series here, game number 3, but I do want to take the Flyers here. Maybe the puck line is the way to go. It's just that it's pretty expensive at $1. What is it? $1.90 or something here right now on that puck line. Let me see here. Minus 200 or so. So, look, I don't want to give that out on the show. I'm going to take the Flyers on the money line this game and see if they can't grab one here against Carolina. Look, easy to see. You can sit here and say, right now that Carolina, after taking both games 1 and 2, and call it a comeback, both games went under. But going back to 2007, when the first 2 games of a playoff series go under, game 3 does go over, goes over 60% of the time, and on an average total here of 5.5. So not only that, you're getting a little bit of value with this heavily juiced to the under here. But I know the one thing that would put questions in everybody's mind right now would be the Flyers offense for sure. They're not great. I mean, go back to game 7 against Pittsburgh when they had just 4 shots in 30 minutes, remember? So, this is a one-sided series. Maybe, if you're on Carolina puck line at plus 150, I can't blame you, but I'm going to try. Sorry, gang. Carolina, maybe you could look at team totals here as well. So, but I'm going to try this in game 3 anyway. Let me take my one shot here on Philly to try to grab one here. And I'd like to, maybe bend the line a little bit just because I don't know if it'll be a sweep here. And this feels like the one it would be, but they just can't beat this team. That's for sure. It's a bad run here for the Flyers against the Hurricanes. Cash Kane, though, is going to take them on that puck line and the overtime. That's what I think, too. I don't want to lay the 200 on the show here, but probably be massaging the Flyers here a little bit, it feels like, in this game. Maybe Ryan's on the Flyers, too. If Razor likes the Flyers, and does Razor like the Flyers? Did I miss the pick here? Let me see what's going on. I'm scrolling down here. So Nuke says he can't lay it with the Canes right now, but if there's a goal early, then maybe. Razor, is he on the Flyers? There's that right. That's, look, this is my free play on the stream here, but I mean, I'm trying to give what I like the best plays. I'm going with Philly, but hard to argue with this number, right? Can't beat this team at all. Robert's liking the under first period, and Carolina's been on a flat-out roll. And that's right, Nuke loves this Philly team, huh? Carolina there, just really dominating this series overall. And it is an under series here for sure. But like I said, the playoff style of trends would say, over, but these two teams are combined 3-11 to the under right now in the postseason. Now, as a caveat, Carolina's 0-4 to the under at home, and their only over did come on the road. And Philadelphia, who is 2-6 to the under in the postseason, is 2-1 to the over at home. So Philly Eagle Flyers going to lean to the over here. Kane's getting a little bit healthy here, says Cash Kane. After all, the man has Kane in his name. But Nikishin is going to be upgraded here with that concussion. For the Flyers, Owen Tippett is questionable, and Noah Cates is out. He's out for the remainder of this series. So the wingers there a little bit for the Flyers. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Flyers team total under 4-2 Canes here. All right, that might be it. Give the chat one last chance. I'm taking Philly here. One time. And this is probably the one time here in this one. That's it for the playoff sports today.
Final.
Bellucci just beat Burachaga. Bellucci got the win over Burachaga. I got the loss. I went with Burachaga. It's actually Burachaga, but all right. Can't win them all. That was a premium pick there. All right, let's get moving here. Let's get ready to go over to the major leagues here today. We got day games in action. Don't forget, in 1 hour and 45 minutes from now, Mikey Money, Sharky here with Bases Loaded. They'll preview these baseball games here, but we're going to go over them right now. Let's get started with this early card here, and we've got the Rangers are taking on the New York Yankees. Major League Baseball action here for Thursday on getaway day at the stadium. Now, breaking news, not quite breaking news, but the Yankees did have a change of plans here overnight. And, well, not overnight. I think the word was out there late last night, but Paul Blackburn gets the start here. Ryan Weathers is under the weather, definitely officially, with an illness. So Blackburn and what looks to be a bullpen game. Now, we know Blackburn can. I don't know what the plan here. It might not be an opener here at this point just because of the fact that the Yankees are going to have to piecemeal their pitching, it feels like, a little bit here today because of the illness to Weathers. So ends up here that Blackburn gets the start. And, yeah, if you like your Yankees at a discount, you are going to get that here today. Actually, that's a little bit stale. The money's kind of coming in here on the Yankees here. I'm showing them up to $1.50 or $1.55. Like I said, I think Blackburn has been serviceable in the past. Right now, he has a 3.21 ERA and a 1-1 record. Mackenzie Gore, 4.67 ERA and a 2-1 record here thus far. Total in this one, 8.5 over at -115. And maybe we can hear from you folks in the chat what you think in this one between Texas and the Yankees here at the stadium on getaway day here. And, of course, want to hear from you in the chat, but cover this one a little bit here. Yankees are 8-1 their last 9 at home. They face Gore. Has got a 12% walk rate right now, which isn't great in this park, right? Multiple hitters for the Yankees have good numbers against Mackenzie Gore here. So Gore's volatility, Blackburn's contact may bring you some runs here. We know overall here with these two teams right now, Yankees are 11-7 to the over at home. Texas is 12-8 to the over on the road. Mention that because Texas is a dead solid under at home with that ballpark, but when they've been out on the road this year, they are 12-8 to the over here. So they did score 6 runs yesterday. It's just the Yankees could not score in that 6-1 game there. So look, I don't have a problem with this. I think this is more of a getaway game that goes under here in this one. Man, I was gonna still take the Yankees in here at $1.40 or $1.45, $1.50 or $1.55. It's getting a little bit pricey, and there's no doubt the sharps are on the Rangers here. I'm pretty sure. I think the pitching situation has put a lot of very sharp bettors on the Rangers in this game. I'll probably be a little bit square here, and I'll still take them. I'm going to take the Yankees here in this one. I love a good discount. The Yankees win when the starter was going to be Weathers, they were up. They were, I think the send out was $1.85, $1.90, even some $2. So the move to Blackburn has basically sliced that all the way down to $1.50 and change here. I think I like this total. I think maybe the over will be popular, but I'm not sure here on Getaway Day. Let me see what you guys have in the chat. Let me not bury myself here right now. See what we got here. Oh, there's Andrew. He brought us the weather. He was talking about the weather in there. There is wind blowing out. Careful, right? Hello to Dylon in the chat. Dylon, great job last night as always with you and Nick calling the game there last night. And we know that Sniz was in there for you for the first part of the show, doing a great job. You guys are absolutely unbelievable right now. I can't believe that Ron says it right here. I just can't believe what Razor and Mike have done. I kind of just said what we've done. I didn't do anything. Maybe I bent Mike's ear a little bit. Said, man, wouldn't it be great to have a channel, especially with that one channel that very popular, or I won't say popular. I'll say that famous gaming channel out of Las Vegas that is very sinful, and they dropped their nighttime show. They dropped their live nighttime show with that good broadcaster. I thought that was a bad move right now. They're running replay. They're running reruns at night now. They're not even covering the live games anymore. Makes a program like the one that Dylon and Nick and the guys are doing every night all that much more significant. Andrew says Judge has 2 home runs versus Gore in 7 at bats. And you got Phil the Eagle Flyer with one of his favorite plays over at his book. Ryan likes the over here, but Robert likes the under. I think I'm with Robert a little bit here. And Gore could pitch well here. Does feel like Gore is a guy who does kind of rise to the level of competition, but still 1.36 the whip. What's Andrew saying about Belly? Belly's got a winning streak going here right now, this Yankee lineup. Judge is up to 273 here with his 15 home runs. Belly's hitting 285. Rosario in there at 267 right now. A couple of these guys could stand to pick it up. Great job by these guys to get this channel together, and there's more on the way. They got some big news coming out here as well. I'm not going to spoil it. All right. That's it for that one. I'm just taking the Yankees again. Call me square, but Yankees at $1.50. I'll take them here. I don't care who's. I want to say I don't care who's pitching. I don't hate Mackenzie Gore, but all right. Next up here, you've got the Twins taking on the Nats, and you've got struggling Simeon Woods Richardson here, 6.49 ERA. Jake Irvin, 4.93 ERA. The winning team has scored 10 runs in the first game. 11 runs in the first game, 15 runs in the second game. Of course, it was the Twins in game 1, 11-3. It was the Nationals in game 2, 15-2. It might be just easy to just take the over in this game, right? I mean, come on. At 9, with what we've seen so far from these teams, a combined 44 and 25 to the over this season with these two teams. Washington 12-5 to the over at home here. All we see are runs with this Washington team, bad pitching and decent batting. The Nationals can hit. I think they've proven that. Woods Richardson proves unreliable with his 1.76 whip. Irvin might be a little bit more stable. And Washington's out. The offense does average 5.4 runs per game, one of the best offenses in the league as far as runs are concerned. They don't have a high batting average, but they're 4th in RBI, 4th in total runs. both these teams obviously trending heavy in this spot. Both starters allow a lot of traffic, and the bullpens don't profile as shut down either. Now let's see here. It sounds like I'm on an over here, but let's see what the chat has to say here in this one. I know the Sharps are on the under, but that's because they only play numbers. They don't even look at the stats. Okay, but let's see what you have here in this one with the Twins and Nats. Washington also has gone over in 5 of their last 6 games at home against this club. And Washington's actually won 13 of the last 19 meetings between the two. Minnesota 1-6 straight up on the road here right now. And, Woods Richardson certainly, this is not what we are expecting from him. We're supposed to get better and better here with Woods Richardson. I think that's what his trajectory was into this season, but not right now.
Critical notice.
All right. We do have a little bit of news here. Officially, Luka is ruled out of tonight's game, just kind of coming in from the beat writers there. Again, no surprise there, but there is a little bit of market reaction here right now. We are seeing Oklahoma City tick up to about 15 and a half here at some places. Nobody thought Luka was going to play, but it was officially announced anyway. It is creating a little bit of a move in the market. Okay, here we go. Cash Kane says Nats first 5 and over. Ryan likes the team total over. Andrew says he loves C.J. Abrams. Yeah, I wish the Padres wouldn't have traded him, basically. Also, Jalen Williams of the Thunder is out of tonight's game here. We're just getting the report here. Looked like he was going to be out, though. No surprises there, but we are getting updates here right now. Okay, anything else from the chat? Otherwise, we'll move on a little bit here right now. Thanks to the chat for their plays. And let me go ahead, and I will take another. I'm going to take the over in this one. Like I said, I believe the Sharps are on the under here, but I can't ignore these overs and these pitchers. They're pretty bad. Right now, the Brewers and oops, that's not the right game there. Here we go. The Guardians are on the road taking on the Royals, and you know what we're doing here, man? We're in the American League Central, right? Where every game's an under, but I don't know. I kind of want to go with the Royals in this one with Seth Lugo. He's certainly the better pitcher than Slade Ciccone right now. Lugo, a 2.67 ERA, 1.24 whip. Yeah, Kansas City's favorite here, $1.40. Even some of the square books are a little bit higher here, but we got 10 games, so can't fiddle around too much here. Ciccone, 6.56 ERA, 1-4 record for the Sladester. Now, Cleveland did win yesterday, snapping Kansas City's impressive little winning streak there. That Kansas City kind of turned around their season a little bit from that slow start. Kansas City is 11-8 at home so far this season, so they have played better at home. These two teams are both 3-7 to the under in their last 10, but Kansas City's 11-8 to the over at home. Cleveland's 12-10 to the over on the road, but I don't know. Anytime you get the two central teams, anyways, I'm going to take Kansas City, I think, here as the official play. But, man, just does seem like all these central games go under, doesn't it? Let's see what you guys have here, maybe in the chat, and then I'll make it official. I think I've already kind of made it official there. I'm going to take Kansas City. I'm going to take Kansas City right now. Hasn't been perfect. We know that here for the Royals necessarily. It's been kind of a rough season, but I think just with Ciccone's 1.57 whip and Lugo's nice ERA, this is probably the biggest pitching mismatch out of the starting pitching today. Cleveland games do trend under heavily in Lugo. certainly pretty strong here, kind of an overlooked guy overall. There, even if Kansas City scores, the Guardians' offense probably doesn't contribute too much right now with this lineup. Outside of Chase DeLauder, really nobody does anything here. A lot of guys hitting basically barely above the Mendoza line. Stevie Raquan, 211. Ramirez is down at 209. Manzardo, 200. Oskins, 200. Bazana hasn't caught anything yet, hitting a $1.74. Bo Naylor's $1.27. I mean, a loaf of bread, bottle of milk, and bring home the change. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Royals here in this one. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have. It's going to be Terrell's on a Yerfy, and Block is on a Lurkey. And Kane says Royals first 5 money line and first 5 under. I'm going to go with the Royals in this one. All right, now let's talk about the luckiest team in the majors. Well, they better be lucky than good. Or no, that doesn't make sense with this team because the Cubs are good, but it helps to be lucky. And they might have got lucky again last night and eventually won the game there with the walk-off. And Shoto Imanaga, 2.39 ERA, 3-2 record against Rhett Lauder. Now, Rhett Lauder looks like he might be a pretty decent pitcher, but still learning on the job here. 5 ERA, 3-2 record right now, and a 1.39 WHIP. Doesn't look. We had the Reds yesterday on the money line, on the run line yesterday. So you know what, we got that one, and but this one feels a little bit different with Imanaga here. The Reds struggling as well here. Remember, they were playing well. The Reds were riding high with a strong record. They're down to 20-17 now. All of a sudden. Giving away all those wins. The Cubs, of course, are 10-0. What are they at home? They've won 11 or 12 at home now. 8 in a row. All these wins at home. Imanaga, a .84 WHIP right now. Not getting barreled, I think is what they say. And mismatch against the Red team on a 7-game road losing streak with Lauder. Definitely weaker numbers. Like I said, I do think he's got potential, but Chicago's offense here, 5.4 runs per game. I mean, look, I might have to just take a square run line here. I mean, we only got so many games right now, and you know what? They might put up a number. They might put up a number today, so let me see what you got here in this one with the Reds and the Cubs, but
Critical notice.
might just have to. Oh man, Towson retired there. Oh no, Towson retired the second set. Oli and Nakoba advances over Towson. Oh man, I had Towson there. Leaves with an injury. Boo. All right. We're in Chicago, and there you see the total. It looks pretty normal here at this point, so not too worried about what we're going to see here in terms of the weather today, although I believe we've got temperatures in the mid-50s pretty much today, and the wind blowing from maybe out to right center a little bit, 8 to 10 miles an hour, it looks like. Let me know if I have that right. But let's see what you guys have here. Look, I mean, the Cubs, not great on the run line. Not awful, though. Reds are 17-11 as a run line underdog. Cubs are 3-7 on the run line in their last 10. But I think this one, I feel like this one's going to be more of a one-sided game. The Reds will not hang necessarily in this one. But let's see what you guys have here. Because I've got a kind of, I think, a premium on the total. So give me the Cubs here on the run line in this one with Imanaga. And let's see in the chat here. Cubs have won 14 straight at home, says Razor. Wow, man, is it that many now? Reds have dropped 6 straight. 7 of the last 10 under. Ron says Cubs run line here. And Reds have been a consistent over so far this season. Also 16-11 to the over as an underdog. Cubs money line and first 5 under for cash gain. Pops liking those Cubs. Take the Cubs as Terrell. They'll be losing in there before they get lucky again. Here's Bobby Mack on the Cubs run line. Pop says go under in that Guards game. Pop says Cubs Mets money line parlay today. Give me the run line here with the Cubs. All right, it's going to be the Mets here, and my man Charlie Scott going to be going here in this one against the Rockies and Quintana. Now, this is the write-in game. There might not be if you're looking at a rotation schedule. This was the rain out from 2 days ago. They've just tacked it on here at the end for a day game at 3:10 Eastern, 12:10 Pacific in Colorado here. The Rockies were a great story early on when they were playing pretty well, but now they're 14-23 and not even coming close. Now the Mets are 14-22. We know their problems, but it does feel like the Rockies here truly struggling right now, and Mets kind of putting it down here, turning around a little bit. 3-game winning streak right now. They were on a little bit of a winning streak even before that. 14-22. We're not going to be too proud right now, but they did beat Colorado here 4-2 and 10-5, somewhat handily here. They are about $1.50 here right now on the road, so makes it a little bit tough to still try to back them here, but it doesn't feel like the Rockies are even coming close. The widely reported steam came in on the over. I'm not sure that's the right move with the Mets here. 6-12 to the under on the road so far. Rockies at home, 9 overs, 9 unders. So I'm going to just take the Mets here to win at $1.50. Man, I'm laying some chalk today. But just going to do it and take the Mets here in this one with Charlie Scott. Scott comes in here with a 4.26 ERA. No record so far, but get him in there. And for the Rockies, Jose Quintana, 4.06 ERA, 1.36 WHIP. He's 1-2, as I said, so far this season. Colorado, though, look at these games. I mean, even as a run line underdog at home, they're still losing by multiple runs every time. So probably should actually go Mets run line. What am I doing here? I just gave him out on the money line, but and the Mets run line is not. They're don't believe me. They're 9-18 as a run line favorite here right now. Colorado 20-17 is a run line dog, but what are you going to do? Okay, here we go with Cubs and the Mets parlay for Ron. That might be it from the chat. Wow. Okay. I'll just keep it moving here right now. Also, a little bit of breaking news here. Amanda Anisimova, the American, she's withdrawn from the Italian Open. Anisimova here was scheduled to go off in just a short while here, but now she'll be replaced by Elena Rus, I believe, here gets the promotion here into the field as Anisimova is out here of the Italian Open. Okay, Terrell says Soto has good numbers when he plays in Colorado. All right, I guess that's it from the chat on this one. We move on.
Critical notice.
All right, it's going to be the Pirates taking on the Diamondbacks here. Mitch Keller going up against Zach Gallen in this one. A day game here on getaway day. It seems like an okay matchup. I mean, Gallen at home might be a little okay here, but still, Mitch Keller, 2.85 ERA and a 3-1 record so far with a 1.05 WHIP. He's been very, very solid. Yesterday, the Pirates won 1-0. We were on the under in that one, and we'll see here what they call for anyway with the at the Dome here. It's going to be pretty warm today, so we'll see what the plans are. I didn't look at the roof situation. Anyways, here for Arizona off the 1-0 loss to Pittsburgh here. You know, a lot of times you look at this series here right now, the last 5 teams, these teams have squared off. The losing team has scored 0. It's been a shutout for 5 straight games. The first 2 here, 9-0 and 1-0, and they played a series last July in Pittsburgh where the final scores were 1-0, 2-0, and 6-0 as the Pirates won 2 of them. So that being said, if yesterday was 1-0, you got Mitch Keller coming in here doing a pretty good job. I think I want to take the under with these two. Yes, Zach Gallen here, 4.45 ERA, 1-2 record so far, and a 1.52 WHIP. We know Gallen, not great. Maybe this is a good spot for Pittsburgh to win again. They won yesterday with Skeens, and yeah, you know, Keller, maybe he's not Paul Skeens right now, but his numbers certainly are very, very solid, similar to Skeens. And Gallen, we know, can struggle. So let's see what you got here in this one. I'll go to the chat kind of here and see what you got. But I don't know. I think here, the way I'm kind of looking at this one, you got Mitch Keller, far more consistent compared to Gallen. Pittsburgh's won 4 of their last 5. Both teams have leaned under in this matchup, and with Keller out there. But Arizona's inconsistency at the plate might be where it could go under again here right now. Arizona's 20-13 to the over this season, but right now, like I said, just not really producing much. They did win that first game 9-0, so I take it back, but they've been shut out here in 2 of their last 4 games overall. Arizona, are they a favorite here? Let me see what I got up here. What do I have on the odds here on the screen? Arizona, the favorite. Are they still the favorite? Oh, yeah. Showing some $1.20s out there right now. Let me take the under in this one with Pittsburgh and Arizona. I'm on the under here. See what the chat has to say in this one. We've got D-backs first 5 for Kane. Maybe this one goes extra innings. Robert's on the Pirates here. All right, we're into the nighttime action now here with the the Orioles taking on the Marlins. Cade Povich goes here, the left-hander for Baltimore. 4.4 ERA, 1-1 record. Max Meyer, 2.67 ERA, 2-0 record, 1.03 WHIP. We know Meyer was already looking pretty strong, pretty good young pitcher last year. It looks like he's only picking up where he left off. And I got to like him in this matchup, maybe even to deal. Now, look, this has been a high-scoring series here in these first 2 games. 9-7, 7-4. Even Baltimore, remember, they were giving up all those runs to the Yankees. Remember, giving up basically the 39 runs in 4 games. Miami here, meanwhile, 4-game losing streak coming in. So not pretty, that's for sure. But Baltimore's 5-11 as an underdog this season. Miami is 12-9. I'm going to move to Miami here in this one over Baltimore, even though Baltimore has won the first 2 of the series. I'm going to go with a little sweep avoidance here in this one and try to take Miami here with Max Meyer. He's been sharp. I think he's got the edge over Povich. Baltimore's bullpen, 4.82 ERA. Both teams kind of going over here for sure, especially Baltimore. Can't, argue that here, but I don't know today. I think Meyer's going to deal. Even Povich. We'll see what the Marlins can do against Povich. You know, Povich hasn't been great, but I will say this: Baltimore 13-3 to the over as an underdog. These two teams 48-24 combined to the over, but I don't know. I'm going to take Miami here, but I don't know if I'm going over even with all those trends. Max Meyer here. Let's see what he can do tonight. Here we go with some more plays here from the chat with the Oilers. Oilers, Orioles. Bring back the smiley cartoon Oriole bird, by the way. Okay, here, let's see here. Let me see if I catch up here. Here we go. Ray's got some trends here for us. Over in 15. Look at that. I mean, here it is. I just said, hey, go over here. And look what Razor says. I didn't say go over. I said I kind of think this one might not go over because of Max Meyer. But there's definitely all these trends. Can't argue with them all. We just, basically clear as day with some of these trends right now. Cash Kane, Marlins first 5. They owe them from yesterday. Philly Eagle Flyer likes Arizona, and the Marlins will be tied after the second inning. At least it goes under on a Thursday here, and exploding beef. Ron's going to take the under here with me, but he'll cross his fingers there a little bit. And Cash Kane likes the first 5 under in this one. I'm going with the Marlins, though, officially here. Okay, Athletics are on the road against the Phillies again. We like these A's, and the prices might be right, but right now it's really tough here with this Philly team with Mattingly. What can you say? What they've done right now has been incredible, turning this season around just like that. They still got some work to do, 17-20, and they've got the rookie Andrew Painter here, 5.27 ERA.
Final.
Golovic over Maya Joint. Easy for you to say. In straight sets, Golovic with the win. Okay, Painter here, 5.27 ERA, 1-3 record. JT Ginn, 4.29 ERA, 0-1 record. Phillies here under Mattingly, really looking good here. They've, like I said, Mattingly, remember, he was a contact hitter. The Phillies, not that, you just say, hey, bring in this manager to coach him up batting, but it's more of a philosophy, right? Mattingly was a contact hitter, one of the best to do it. And the Phillies are kind of a team that loves to swing away and get home runs. You need a guy to get them in their head, to get them in the right mindset. The Phillies can hit. We know that. Now they've won 8 of their last 9 and 5 straight at home. Even with Painter's struggles and the team form plus Oakland's bad bullpen, you got to think the Phillies here can, I think, beat up on the A's again. Now, look, I think a lot of people are on the A's because these prices were pretty high with Philly, although this one here might be okay at 135-ish right now here. So, I don't know, might be a little bit high. I'm going to take the over, I think, is my official play with the A's and the Phillies. Not only, Ginn and Painter, some high numbers here for sure, but also Philadelphia 16-10 to the over as a favorite here. Now the A's are 17-12 to the under on the road. That's because we know they're 11-5 to the over at home. But the Phillies here did go over each of the last 2 games by 1 run, 6-3 and 9-1, as the Phillies won them both. And the Phillies are on a roll here right now. They've also gone over in 3 of their last 4 games overall. Give me the over with the A's and the Phillies here in this one. I think the Phillies offense is trending up under Mattingly. I think he's got them doing the right thing. Painter, by the way, has a 308 batting average against too. So Oakland could get some scoring in here today. Won't be a shutout, I don't think. That's for sure. See what the chat says here. Ron's never even placed a tennis bet, Phillies now for Philly Eagle Flyer. Kane's got the over. Robert likes the Phillies on the money line, but Kane says A's first 5 money line. So let me go with here in this one the over with the A's and the Phillies. All right, we're moving towards the end of the show here right now. We only got a couple games left, but we do have the Rays, the story of the week here with the Rays and their winning streak. But hey, they're up against Boston here, a division game. Boston's won 3 in a row. Do have here Jake Bennett, 1.8 ERA, 1.4 WHIP. They're going to be in there a little bit early on here, going against Gavin Jacks, 5.14 ERA. So Tampa here, you know what? We're going crushing and going under at home, but let's see what happens when they hit the road in this one. I don't think I can go against the Rays here in this hot streak, especially with the pitching matchup here of Bennett. His numbers are good, but let's just see how long he goes. And the Rays, we know they're managing that bullpen terrifically right now. They're on fire here with this winning streak currently. I'm still going to go with them here. I know Boston's dominated this matchup at Fenway 6 straight games, but Tampa's form is so impressive right now. And here as a even money dog, maybe $1.05. I'm going to take Tampa Bay here. I'm going to take Tampa. I'm going to say we get runs here with these young pitchers here. Hey, we got a lineup in here, Texas and the Yankees. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. For Texas here, Nimmo, Duran, Seager, Jung, Peterson, Berger, Carter, Jansen, and Foscue. For the Yankees, Goldschmidt, Judge, Bellinger, Rosario, Chisholm, Dominguez, Grisham, Schumann, and Esquera. All right, a couple more comments on the Reds. Did I not cover the Red Sox game enough here? Rays have been hot. Maybe an under here for Cash Kane. I think for me here, like I said, the Rays just too much to want to pass up here right now. Maybe if the Red Sox were throwing them a little bit more of an experienced pitcher. I know they've dominated this matchup. Yes, Tampa Bay has gone under in 11 of their last 10. But really, it's a lot of that at home. Now, Boston's under 4-11 to the under at home. But just note, Tampa is 10-7 to the over on the road, even though they've been, I think they're 0-10-1 to the under in their last, 1-10 to the under in their last 11. Boston also under in 5 of their last 6 at home. I don't think I'm riding as strong as those trends are. And I'm Mr. Trend. I don't know if I'm doing it here today. Okay, let's see what the chat has to say, though, maybe in this one. Hello to Gorky. Gorky, thank you for doing a great job on the Sports Money Network live stream there with that game the other night. You and Exkiz were doing a great job in that broadcast, Gorky. Great job. Dan H wins. The Rays are a dead under right now, aren't they? I mean, every game and under, but I'll tell you what, I might be on the over here, but my official play is on the Rays here in this one. All right, don't see any more. Man, you know what? The theme of the show might change. We might drop the picks from the chat. Nobody picks anymore. All right, maybe it's something with the new Sports Money Network. The Padres are playing here against the Cardinals. And, man, it is a high price even for my Padres here, $1.75 or so. Padres here, winners of 2 straight right now. One here over the Giants in back-to-back games on the road to win that series, coming here playing the Cardinals. Both teams strong records. Cardinals 21-15, Padres 22-14. Michael King has been very good, 2.95 ERA, 1.13 whip and a 39 strikeouts here so far for Matthew Liberatore. 4.5 ERA, 1.5 whip. He hasn't been that great. He's been better. They could use him to be a little bit better here, but I just think this price is a little bit too high. Padres and the Cardinals, sometimes they get the Padres, man. Cardinals 20-14 as an underdog this year, 11-5 on the road. Padres great numbers too. 13-8 as a favorite, 11-8 at home. Cardinals 9-6 to the over on the road here. I think the Cardinals here on the run line, although it is a little bit pricey. Just not sure about $1.70 here actually with my Padres here. Let's see what the run line is right now. Might have to go to the total here if it's too expensive. I don't want to get too crazy here. That's minus $1.50. That's about where I'll draw the line. Give me the Cardinals here on the run line against the Padres in this one. I think the thing here is I do like the total, so I'm going to have to go with the Cardinals here. Padres can certainly win. Whether or not they can cover $1.70, I'll take the Cardinals on the run line. That is going to do it, I believe, for the morning steam show. See what else we got in the chat here. Gorky's got some action for us here. Want to mention right now the Sixers are getting steamed in their game right now on for Thursday here. And I think if you take note of this right now, on Friday, the Knicks were favored by 2. The Sixers are now favored by 1. That means Embiid's going to play in this game on Friday. I don't think it's been officially nothing announced. It's Thursday here. The game is tomorrow. Embiid questionable with an ankle injury. Also, it could be, you guys already mentioned, with OG questionable, Mitch Rob questionable as well. But all of a sudden here, the Sixers are now the 1-point favorite over the Knicks. They were a 2-point dog on Friday. Okay, let's see here. Padres, even for me, right, Dan, they feel inflated here. Can't lay it, says Ron. St. Louis always have it right now strong on the road here. And Padres first 5 for Kane. Cardinals looking great as a dog. Stop Geo stopped by. Roberts on the under. Cash Gains on the under here. And Padres struggle against those left-handers. And, that's always the case too, right? Cards are a play, says Dan. Thank you to Ron. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciated your time here with me. Let's do the drawing here. I think let's have the drawing tonight. Let's hear from, let me see. I heard we got a new commercial, actually. We've got to run the commercial. Come on, Mikey Money.
Hey, it's your boy Mikey Money here, and letting you know the Sports Money team live over on Winnable, and you can get your favorite cappers' best bets. Come support the squad at Winnable.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
Let Sports Money Network's team of experienced handicappers do the hard work for you, and with the flexible notification options, you'll never miss a play as we drop them.
Don't wait. Don't guess. Don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, cool job, Mikey. And I'm not even ready for the drawing. I was watching that. I was watching the video. A little bit of steam coming in right now. Pirates in Arizona. Steam to the under here. Hey, if you're new to the morning steam show, I follow the 2 major line services, and I also have those steam moves in the background when the line is moving. It's not some made-up thing here where I just press a button and make it go. Steam here under Pirates and Diamondbacks means the line is currently on the move here, and that's indeed the case. The Pirates in Arizona are down to 8.5 over here. It was 9 under. Okay, let's do the drawing here. I think we got the drawing coming in here right now. What happened? Where's the drawing? Here we go. Somebody's going to win 1 month of plays from me right now. Let's get it going. Let's see who wins here tonight. And then the show's going to be over. And we're 1 hour away from bases loaded. Here is our day card. Here we go. Let's see who's going to win right now. You've got Stop Geo. You've got Steve Eleptarian. You've got AOD, Nuke, Gas, Gorky, Exploding Beef. But it was Andrew K. that got the win. Thank you, Andrew, for your great contributions here on the new Sports Money Network, the 16,000 subscriber powerhouse. Andrew, if you use the promo code WINNER, I'll give you 1 free month. I think you might be in there, so I will give you an extra month of plays from me. So, all right. It's going to do it here for the show. Really appreciate everybody in the chat, all the great plays, all the great information as well. And I'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steam with NBA, NHL, and also, where am I at? There I am. NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball. Get ready for a big sports weekend. Also, don't forget, underneath the live tab here, we do have VB, MMA Picks. Our preview this week was with none other than Clint McLean of the Die Hard MMA podcast. So you better check it out over at the live tab with this week's middleweight main event, Hazmat Chimaev, the champ, up against Sean Strickland, the former champ, and who will be the fan favorite in that one. Also, flyweight title with Van against Tyra here this week is our two. The preview fight was the middleweight main event. We did not have the Tyra fight in the previews, but we do have a big fight. We also previewed lightweights, King Green and Stevens, and a featherweight bout with none other than Clint McLean. So you're going to want to check it out underneath the live tab this week. All right, fam, really appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow here with more Morning Steam. What? See, make sure I said goodbye to everybody. And that's it. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine.